Oh, hello everybody! Happy Monday! Baby, oh hey Winnie! Baby Blue, Big V, depressing fats. Chris the cat is back. P. Meow. Hey Jay, oh my god, all the cats are here. Wow. Ow. Sasha Gray. Could have sworn I saw all three gray cats out here. Tatiana, hey Baby Blue. Hey Fats. Hey guys. Hey everyone at home. We're gonna have a hard conversation, or at least I'm gonna have a hard conversation to the camera in a second. But in the meantime, I'd like all these wonderful cats would appreciate it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and share, etc. Let me get the camera set up and we'll continue. Hey kitties! Happy Monday! Happy October 7th, I guess. Hey! Ow! Hey folks, let me just start off by saying that more than ever before, I think I'd ask that you share this video. If you subscribe, if you comment, if you like, that'd be great. But I'd like this to get as much exposure as possible because I want the world to see this, ideally. I want Bibi Netanyahu to see this. I want Mahmoud Abbas to see this. I want world leaders to see. I want everybody to see this. So, if you know me, if you don't, let me just introduce myself really quickly. I'm David. Professionally, I'm a chef, and on YouTube, I feed cats 3 days a week here in sunny Los Angeles, California, where the sun is setting and it's still in the mid-90s. I'm in my early 30s. Politically, I'm generally liberal, although I have no registered party preference. I've never been a Democrat a day in my life. Both my parents are Jewish. I consider myself ethnically Jewish, but an atheist. I don't believe in God. And my mother is born in New York to Polish-Jewish parents. My grandfather, her father, was a GI during World War II. He fought the Nazis. So there's that. And my father was born in Tel Aviv in Israel to old Yishuv parents who've been in the Israel, Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, Levant region since Ottoman times, if not earlier. So I want you to know when I say this as an American, I say this as a Jew, I say this as an Israeli, and I say this more importantly than anything, I say this as a human being. It's been a year since the attacks of October 7th. That's Pauline, she's a little bit flighty. Nothing positive has come from it. And what do you do in such a situation? What do you say about such a thing? How do you process this? I mean, I'm doing this here amongst cats because cats stimulate positive dopamine, and that's what I really need when I'm discussing something as distressing as this. Because I want to just give my general opinion. Nothing I have observed in the past year has been okay. The attack on October 7th was not okay. The Israeli response by killing somewhere between 30 and 40,000 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip is not okay. The rise of anti-Semitism and anti-Muslim hatred in the United States, not okay. None of this is okay. And I know I can't do that much by saying this ain't okay. But I have to also say one thing, and I believe that there is truly some trauma between the people of Israel and the people of Palestine. But I believe one thing more than anything, and that's that This fight isn't so much between the people of Israel and Palestine as it is between the governments of Israel and Palestine. And in that, I'd like to propose something. I think the Likud party should be made illegal in the state of Israel. I think they're as terroristical to Palestinians as Hamas is to the people of Israel. I think it's impossible to root out a terrorist organization. A terrorist organization is in the mind. When you kill 40,000 Palestinians, there's new Hamas fighters born every day. But then what do I say to my Israeli relatives who have been on edge for an entire year now? Do I shun them? Do I say, well, do I say, well, I and my liberal friends see you as an occupier, I won't talk to you? That doesn't seem right. Matter of fact, most of my family in Israel, and in fact most of the liberal wing of Israel, are very frustrated with the way things are going. There's also things that I've seen that just disturb me profoundly. The increasing proliferation of anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim rhetoric in my own news feeds, in my own social media, is depressing. Seeing people I like and care about start to spew things that I find repulsive is distressing. It's depressing. Hearing friends and relatives of mine discuss about how right now is the time for Israel to take the fight to Lebanon and Iraq and Iran and the West Bank scares the shit out of me, because that's not what I want as an Israeli. That's not what I want as a Jew. And I don't think that's what any pacifist would want as a human being. Now, of course, I want safety, security, peace, all of the above for Israel. And I don't think that we're taking an express path to get there. And also, forgive me, obviously this is not rehearsed or scripted. I don't have a crib sheet to discuss my talking points. I'm trying to tell you how I feel from my heart. And I feel sickened. I really do. I feel sickened that we can't love and trust our fellow man regardless of whether they're, whether they're Israeli or Palestinian, whether they're white or they're black, whether they're gay or they're straight. Like, this distresses me to no end, because I truly want to believe that there is goodness in all people, that we all care for each other. So you know what? Here's my think on the matter. Marble Cat, Fats, please be nice. Baby Blue. mine. Having lived a year in Israel, having been to Palestine, having seen the good and the bad of all of the above, one thing that you'll leave the region thinking about, regardless of your political standpoints, points of view, whatever, if you ever go to Israel or Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt probably, you'll be struck with just how many cats roam the streets. Let's not forget that when humans go to war, the animals pay for it too. We're seeing millions of animals being displaced by Hezbollah missiles, Israeli missiles, Russian missiles, Ukrainian missiles. And I'm not even going to say whose missiles I want flying through the air and whose I don't. Generally speaking, I would say, with the exception of Ukrainian missiles, I think no missiles should be flying through the air. But I certainly think there might be a step in the right direction we can take as animal lovers, because I think it's human instinct to love animals, because animals are pure. They don't have the complicated moralities of human beings. I know I'm just a ranting, raving idealist, but wouldn't it be nice if peace in the Middle East came by Israelis and Palestinians sitting down and saying, hey, we're going to try and take care of the feral cats that roam our streets? Because there are thousands of them. Millions, probably. You know, and maybe if we can do right by them, we can start to do right by each other. I don't know. So once again, I'll ask that you please share this video. It really means a lot to me that this one gets some traction. And although I generally do my best to keep these videos family friendly, and you know, I always say I try to keep my cursing to a minimum, even though as a chef I should be allowed to curse like the sailor that I really do and curse like. But hey Bibi, hey Abu Mazen, fuck you both. Hey, every politician in Israel, Palestine, fuck you. None of you represent me. None of you represent peaceful Jews or Israelis. None of you represent any of what we want. This is disgusting. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. And while you're going outside touching grass, why don't you go outside and feed some feral cats? right, I've gotten most of my vitriol out, I think. So for the people who are new here, let's just meet the cats. Closest to the camera is Baby Blue. He's the first one that ever got socialized at this colony. Behind him is Winston. He's one of 2 cats named after British prime ministers, and that's because he looks like a bit of a kittler. Then behind that, with the stripy and white coat, is Denise the Menace. I used to think she was Dennis the Menace, but then I found out she was a woman, and so she became the Menace. Behind the Menace is Fats. Fats is the big boy. Then behind Fats, we have gray cat number 1. That is Dick Grayson. He is the friendliest of the gray cats. Then behind Dick Grayson and to his right, that is Lady Jane Grey. Say hello up for Lady Jane Grey. Woo! She is by far the shyest, most skittish of all the gray cats. Although, in my opinion, she is also the cutest, because small face. And then finally in the corner over there by the fence, that is Sasha Grey. And yes, all the gray cats are named after something with the word gray in them, and one of them's a bit naughty. That's all right. What your children don't know can't hurt them. Anyways, and in other news for you longtime viewers and for anyone who's new, Wednesday's video will be a TNR video. I have an appointment Thursday morning at Fix Nation to get Ann Cat fixed. It's probably going to be Gino, the orange and white cat, we spent the last week trap training. He's clearly no longer shy about being around the trap, so trapping him should be pretty easy. And I think that'll be a fun episode to offset the pain and bile that will be in this episode. I'd also ask if any of y'all have any interest in me doing a special episode where you get to see me drive to Fix Nation. It won't be super interesting. In fact, it'll probably be something where I just play it at 2 times speed, because nobody wants to watch me just drive on an LA freeway early in the morning. It's not that interesting. And also because, you know, who knows, maybe I'll say some naughty words while I'm driving, because LA traffic is crazy. But, you know, it might be fun for those of you who aren't from this area of the world, or of the United States, or of California. You get to take a tour, but obviously I'm not going to be showing the parts where I'm just leaving, because I'm sorry, but y'all don't get to see the exact neighborhood where I live. That I keep very much private. But as far as I'm concerned, once I hop on the freeway and I'm kind of just leaving a part of LA to go to another part of LA, I'm totally fine with taking y'all along if y'all have any interest in watching that, seeing how that sausage gets made. It'll be like a short, like, additional episode. Let me know if y'all are interested. In other news, this is Lil V. She is the littlest V. Lil V! And yes, V stands for void. And there's Big V. 2 V's, 1 frame. And this guy walking across, that's Marble Cat. He's a marble tabby. He was actually the first cat I managed to TNR at this location. And in the distance, probably barely visible, but up by that 5-gallon bucket in the back, is Neville, the other prime minister. The chicken one. The wuss. That's why he's way back there and Winston is up here still eating. Hey, no cat fighting. This is my Israel-Palestine episode. Y'all don't get to be cat fighting. Gentlemen, you can't fight here. This is the war room. Depressing. Baby blue. Baby blue. Baby blue. Also, let the record show that I didn't want to make this episode, but I felt if I didn't, it would be something that ate me up. I don't want this to be a political channel. I do make political comments from time to time. That's because I have an opinion. I don't live under a rock. But, like I said, I'm not a political commenter. I don't want to be a political commenter. But I had to say something, like I said, as an American, as a Jew, as someone who is pro-Palestine, as an Israeli and as a Zionist, all of my multitude said I can be silent today. Also entering stage left, that is Jamie, the standard issue cat, and Pauline, the tactical issue cat.